Hello. Well, it certainly has been a minute, a bit longer than I expected, but there's been a few unexpected twists and turns in my life since the last episode of Revolutions released back in December of 2022. But guess what? I'm coming back. In fact, as you can see, I am right now launching the thus far closely held secret 11th season of Revolutions. This is something that's been on my mind and in the works for at least a decade, which doesn't seem right, but I know that the idea first occurred to me when I was working on the French Revolution episodes, and folks, that was 10 years ago. So this is a thing that was always going to happen. It was always the plan. It was not a matter of if, but when, and the when is finally at hand. So I hope you enjoy what comes next. Now, as I relaunch myself back into the world after a nearly 2-year-long absence, we are doing a major overhaul to how we do business around here. If the history of Rome was stage 1 of my career and Revolutions was stage 2, this is very clearly the beginning of stage 3, and I have done some resetting about how all of this works. So, for example, you know that I've always gotten by on some pre-roll ads, contributions from listeners, and the occasional fundraiser. Well, as I make my return here, I've got to shift with the winds of the industry and take a look at what I've made, what it's worth, and how I can keep doing this for the good of all of us. So let us first talk about advertising. Since I first started doing ads for Audible on the history of Rome way back in 2009, they've always been pre-roll ads. That's the way I liked it, that's the way I kept it. But look, we all listen to podcasts and we know that mid-roll ads are what advertisers really want. There are way more opportunities for mid-roll ads at a much, much higher payout. Mid-roll ads are frankly where the money is really at and has been for some time. So going forward, new episodes will have some mid-roll ads. It's 2024. It's time to get with the times. These will be host-read, not programmatic ads, and the episodes will be written such that the break will be worked into the script. It won't just be some jarring mid-sentence insert, I promise. But they will be there. The next change is that the back catalog of both the history of Rome and Revolutions, all those hundreds and hundreds of episodes that people still keep downloading every month, even though the first episode of the history of Rome came out like 17 years ago, will start carrying programmatic ads. I'm sure you all know the drill on these too. The episodes will still be free and available to everybody, but yes, after a short commercial break. I am, however, completely refreshing the old feed such that the old ads that formerly preceded each episode have now been stripped out. So there will be no programmatic ads immediately followed by this week's episode is brought to you by Harry's. So really, all that's happening here is that I'm taking all the old ads out and putting new ads in their place. But Mike, you say, I want to listen to the history of Rome or Revolutions without such intrusions. You can't make these changes without offering some way to get an ad-free version of the episodes, and that's true. I can't. And that is where Patreon comes in. As I'm sure you're all well aware from all the other shows you listen to, I too am setting up a Patreon feed for both the history of Rome and Revolutions and loading up the entire back catalog of both, stripped of all their ads, so it's just intro music, then content, intro music, then content, intro music, then content, endlessly forever. People have incidentally been asking me to do this forever, and now is finally the right time to do it. So I'm sure you're all familiar with the drill on Patreon. On top of getting access to the complete back catalogs of the show ad-free, if you subscribe, there will also be bonus content. There will definitely be Q&A episodes, behind-the-scenes stuff about writing the book or making the show, and if I can get my technological ducks in a row, maybe access to live feeds so we can hang out together in real time. Now, this is all coming down the chute very fast. It's not quite ready to go yet. And I won't be turning on the programmatic ads to the back catalog until the Patreon feed is up and running, which should be very shortly, and I'll make an announcement with the proper feed information and instructions on how to get signed up. Okay, so mid-roll ads on new episodes, programmatic ads on the back catalog, and a Patreon, where you can get all episodes, old and new, ad-free, plus bonus stuff. What else is there? Oh, right, merchandise. I've never really done merchandise, despite being asked about it repeatedly over the years. All I ever did was a few limited-time fundraisers, which are now years and years in the rearview mirror. And there never has just been like a History of Rome or Revolutions logo branded thing, like anywhere for any reason. Well, that is going to change too. There will be a permanent merchandise shop opening up, hey, just in time for the holidays. Now, I am not going the full Krusty the Clown here, but there will be shirts and sweatshirts and bags and pint glasses and tumblers. It's all very cool. And yes, it'll all be available forever. I brought back the old shirt designs too. Have you always lusted after Olivia Did It shirt or a Gentleman Johnny's Party Train shirt or the Digger shirt that says God told me to tell you that property is theft, which was always my low-key favorite? Well, they will all be available on demand, and you can get as much History of Rome and Revolution swag as you want. Okay, so I think that's about everything. Let's see, we've got new episodes of Revolutions are about to start dropping, changes to my advertising policy to align with current industry realities, a Patreon coming very soon, a merchandise store coming very soon, and oh wait, right, one other thing. Remember how at the end of Revolutions I said I'd be doing a history show with my friend and colleague Alexis Coe? Well, as I said, there's been a few unexpected twists and turns in my life since the last episode of Revolutions, but the Duncan & Co. History Show is very much alive and kicking. It always has been. It's just that we've not been able to quite sync up right to get it launched. But that too is coming to an end. We've been recording together. There are episodes in the can. We literally just did one like 2 days ago. So life happens at the speed of life, but the Duncan & Co. History Show is very much alive. I can't wait to open that whole new part of my career in podcasting. Honestly, it's going to be great. Okay, so I think that is it. New episodes of Revolutions dropping directly in your lap right now. New ad policy, Patreon, merch store, all coming very soon. Duncan & Co. History Show in the works and visible on the near horizon. Great. Let's do it. Stage 3. Make rocket go now.